This is from insurance data about who the best and worst car brands are for getting in accidents. And this is actually quite fascinating. Ram trucks, which used to be Dodge Ram trucks, but now it's just the brand Ram, have the highest overall number of accidents. But what's surprising is it just barely edges out Tesla. So we're going to get into this, and it's just something to take with a little bit of a grain of salt. Of 30 car brands analyzed, Ram drivers had about 33 driving incidents. This is accidents, DUIs, speeding, and citations per 1,000 drivers. Tesla was 31 versus 33, and Subaru was 30. And they were the only brands whose drivers had incident rates above 30. Now, the funny one is Mercury had the best drivers. I don't even know if Mercury's still around. Mercury drivers had about 16 incidents per 1,000 drivers, half of the rates of the Ram drivers. Pontiac and Saturn, but definitely both brands are not around anymore, had about 16 and 17 incidents per 1,000. If you were to take people who drive Mercury, tend to be older drivers. They probably had the vehicle a lot longer, so it's not a newer vehicle, and so they're very experienced driving it. Pontiac, the same way. Saturn, I don't think Saturn's been made for 20 years, so it's really kind of surprising it's still there and those cars are still around. What's interesting about Saturn, they were a no haggle pricing standpoint. They were still at a dealership, and I think a lot of people liked that. I had one as a work vehicle at one time, and they were a good little brand. It was sad to see them go. But looking closer, Ram has the worst drivers in 23 states, highest incident rates of any brand. These incidents include accidents, DUIs, speeding, and citations. Tesla's drivers have the actual highest accident rate. They had 23.5 accidents per 1,000 drivers, which was slightly more than Ram and Subaru. Pontiac, Mercury, and Saturn were the only brands with less than 10 accidents per 1,000 drivers. Now, Ram is obviously a full-size pickup trucks, and it may have something to do with the demographic of people who drive those. Tesla, of all the brands, probably has the highest average 0 to 60 time, just fastest overall cars. They're also a fairly new brand, and so a lot of your Tesla drivers haven't been in them very long, especially when you consider the Tesla Model Y has only been out for like 2 years, and it's the best-selling car in the world. And so there's going to be a tendency for them to get into especially speeding tickets, but they were high in accidents, and they don't drive like other cars. The braking system is different, and that could be part of it too, because when somebody lets off the gas in a Tesla, the car just fairly quickly comes to a stop, unlike gas cars that just glide after that. It's also one of the reasons why you generally don't have to ever replace brake pads in a Tesla. BMWs have the highest DUI rate by a wide margin. BMW drivers had 3 DUIs per 1,000, or almost double the next closest, which was at 1.7 with Ram drivers, the next highest. On the other end, Mitsubishi, Volvo, Mercury, and Kia drivers had the lowest. Average Tesla owner is upper middle class and probably switched from a luxury car brand to the Tesla. 77% of Model S drivers are male. 71% of Model X drivers are male. Now, males statistically get more tickets and accidents. They also tend to drive almost 3 times as much as females. So a brand like Tesla, where it skews far higher to be male drivers, it's quite likely that they're going to have high rates. I'm sure Subaru is probably very similar. The Subaru WRX, for instance, is a very fast car. I think a lot of this tends to look at who the drivers are, maybe not so much the vehicle itself.
Hi, I'm David with EV World News. If you like this video, then please press the like button. If you like the content and would like to see more videos on electric vehicles, then please hit the subscribe button. If you have some feedback for us, please let us know in the comments. Have a great day.